I never thought my life would turn into a daytime drama. 7 years. That's how long my wife and I had been building a life, a future, a home. We had dreams, plans, inside jokes, the whole package. Or so I thought. Then, one day, the entire foundation just cracked. I found out she was cheating. The discovery wasn't a slow burn of sadness, it was a full-blown explosion. I felt a surge of anger, a deep cutting hurt, and then just numbness. It was like my emotions short-circuited. When I confronted her, I expected tears, apologies, maybe even denial. But she didn't just admit it. She twisted the knife. She looked me in the eye and told me she was leaving me for him. Just like that. 7 years, gone in a single sentence. It felt like I was a character in a movie I never agreed to be in. But here's the thing about betrayal. It can either destroy you, or it can sharpen you. It can leave you a broken mess, or it can forge you into something stronger. I made a choice right then and there. I chose the latter. I wasn't going to give her the satisfaction of seeing me fall apart, wallowing in self-pity while she rode off into the sunset with her new life. No, I decided to take back control. My revenge, if you can call it that, started small. I found myself leaning on a coworker. She'd always been a good friend, a steady presence in the background of my life. As my world was imploding, she was there. At first, our conversations were just a distraction from the pain, a way to feel human again when I felt like a ghost in my own home. I could talk to her without judgment, without the pitying looks I got from everyone else. But she was kind, she was supportive, and most importantly, she actually listened. She didn't try to fix it. She just let me be angry, hurt, and confused. And slowly, steadily, something shifted. The feelings grew real. My so-called revenge affair became my lifeline. It was showing me what a truly supportive partnership felt like, a give and take, a genuine connection. It was something I hadn't even realized I was missing for a very long time. It wasn't about getting back at my wife anymore. It was about finding myself again. Meanwhile, I was quietly preparing my exit. No public fights, no late-night screaming matches, no angry text messages that I'd later regret. I was done with the drama. Instead, I was working with my lawyer in secret, meticulously building an airtight case for our divorce. I documented everything. I wasn't just leaving. I was making a clean, decisive break. I was going to handle this with surgical precision. My wife, in the meantime, was living in her own little world. She was still under the impression that she held all the cards, that she was the one dictating the end of our marriage. She thought I was just sitting at home, heartbroken and waiting for her to deliver the final blow. She had no idea I was already 10 steps ahead. Then, the day came for the surprise. It was a normal weekday evening. She came home, probably expecting another tense, silent dinner. I walked into the living room, not with tears in my eyes or accusations on my lips, but with a stack of signed divorce papers. I just calmly placed them on the coffee table in front of her. The look on her face, it was priceless. Pure, unadulterated shock, the sudden, complete reversal of power. In that moment, she wasn't the one in control anymore. The narrative she had written in her head, where she was the one leaving me, just went up in smoke. She tried to plead. She tried to backtrack, suddenly wanting to talk things through. She tried to convince me to go to counseling, to give it another chance. But it was too late. I had already made up my mind, not out of rage, but out of a calm, clear realization. I deserved better than being someone's backup plan. The betrayal had ended the marriage, that's true. But what I thought was a revenge affair had actually opened the door to my new, better life. It showed me what I was worth. I've since wondered if I stooped to her level. Was the revenge affair wrong? Was blindsiding her with the divorce papers an immature move? Maybe. But here's my truth. I didn't destroy a marriage. She did. She ended it the moment she confessed and told me she was leaving. I simply found a way to cope, take back my power, and secure my own future in the aftermath. Most people would probably agree that the marriage was already over. My wife officially ended it when she confessed and announced she was leaving me for the other man. Any action I took after that was a reaction to an already broken relationship, not the cause of the break. Blindsiding her with the papers wasn't about cruelty. It was a move of self-respect. It denied her the winner's advantage she thought she had. It forced her to accept that I was already moving on my own terms. And the fact that my new relationship is genuine and makes me happy proves that it was never just about revenge. It was a catalyst for realizing my own worth and finding happiness again. Sometimes a decisive, clean cut is the only mature way to move on. You can't heal in the same environment that made you sick. I chose to amputate the toxic part of my life and start fresh. And I haven't looked back since. Thanks so much for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, I hope this gives you a little bit of strength. Don't forget to like this video if it resonated with you, and subscribe for more stories. See you in the next one.